Hi everyone, hope you're well. It's me again. How are you today? Well, I just thought I'd start this one by talking about what happened to me in the hospital and the run up to things and where I kind of stand with it all now. It's really strange, actually. I don't know how we've come through it all, but we're doing fantastically and getting used to a new routine. I think that's been the hardest thing. When someone's mobility changes, you just have to cope with a new routine, new way of doing things, and having to wake up at different times and having your home invaded by all manner of people, from carers to occupational therapists, and it can just be thoroughly unpleasant for all concerned. Anyway, back in October, I started to get quite severe neuralgia in my thigh. Neuralgia's like a tingling in your leg, and I just sort of thought nothing of it. I thought, oh, maybe I've got a nerve trapped. Maybe I need to change my tablets. So I went to my doctor. He advised that I up my tablets. I take a tablet called baclofen, which is a nerve inhibitor, which kind of helps to stop spasms and stuff like that. So he advised that I take an extra dose of those, which I did. It didn't make any difference, and then I started to get so that I couldn't stand up at the bar to go to the loo. It became too difficult. It wasn't so much painful as my leg just couldn't support my weight. And then one Saturday, when I was helping unpack the shopping, I had a very bad spasm in the back of my calf, and that was sort of it. I couldn't support my own weight. I couldn't stand anymore. It was excruciating when I tried to do it. So it was quite shocking, because I kind of knew that I was buggered, and I didn't quite know how to broach it with my boyfriend, because I knew he'd find it very difficult. We struggled on for about another 2 weeks with this, and I just wasn't getting any better, So I decided to admit myself, because I got to the point where I couldn't actually go to the toilet at all, even with help. I just couldn't stand. So I admitted myself, thinking that I would be in hospital for maybe a couple of days while they helped the muscle to release itself in the back of my calf. And it a couple of days turned into 7 weeks, and the therapy was painful and it helped a bit, but they kept saying, well, don't expect to get your mobility back like it was. You must put that out of your mind. And I wouldn't accept it. I was determined for things to carry on as they always had done, but it just ended up not being like that way. I've ended up having to be hoisted onto the toilet, hoisted into bed, and I have care 4 times a day. And when you go from being a person who could do all those things yourself to being a person who can no longer do that, the transition is incredibly horrible. You just kind of feel useless, you feel sad, you feel very alone, despite being constantly surrounded by people and having lots of people who love you around. You feel as if no one could possibly understand what you're going through, because it's very personal when you lose your ability to do something as simple as go to the toilet or go to bed on your own. So yes, as I said, it's been very hard for everybody. We're coping now, though. We're coping very well. The help I've got is reasonable, but it's changing, hopefully soon, to be a bit better. My partner is wonderful and coping very well now. We have a wonderful routine going on. So I guess what you can learn is that even when things get difficult, you kind of find your way through the maze. But I suppose the most difficult thing for me has been accepting that I'm never going to stand on my own, and getting my family to accept it, because that was one of the things that they just couldn't understand, that I would actively accept the notion of having to have help to go to the loo. and actively accept the fact that I would need help to get in and out of bed, they kind of felt that perhaps I was giving up a bit and that I should try harder and everything else. But the way I described it to my father was, if I can take my legs out of the equation, then I can concentrate on the things I can do rather than the things that give me cause to be upset and sad and stressed. And I think from an able-bodied person's point of view, that's hard to understand. I mean, I welcome comment. If you think I'm wrong, tell me. But my experience is that an able-bodied person's view is, if you can walk even a little bit, you should try, and to not do that is kind of failure in a way. From my point of view, I've gone for the most pain-free option because I wanted the pain that I was experiencing to stop. So even though it's taken a while to get my drug regime right, I think we're turning a corner now, and I am experiencing what I thought I would, which is a pain-free, stress-free existence, because I don't have to worry about standing on legs that won't support my weight anymore. I can just relax and let other people take the strain finally after 33 years of struggling on my legs. So from my point of view, I think that it's a good choice and a good option. But other people might disagree with me. I don't know. Like I said, I always welcome comments. So if you have something to say about it and you want to share, let me know. I'll talk to you all soon. Bye!